Hi everyone, welcome to the lecture number 2 of unit number 2, applications of matrices. In this lecture, we'll continue with the examples on diagonalization of matrix. In previous lecture, we have discussed about the diagonalization of matrix and one example also we have solved. Okay, now few more examples I have listed here. Question is, determine whether the following matrix A is diagonalizable. If diagonalizable, find the model matrix P and diagonal matrix D. We know that whenever a matrix is diagonalizable, in that case, to that matrix there always exists one model matrix P and diagonal matrix D, which satisfies the relation P inverse A into P equal to D. Now this P matrix and D matrix we calculate whenever matrix A is diagonalizable. And we know how to determine P matrix and D matrix. D matrix diagonally have eigenvalues of matrix A and P matrix have column wise eigenvectors of the matrix, eigenvectors of that corresponding eigenvalues. Okay. Now very first we need to check whether the matrix is diagonalizable or not. For that purpose we have discussed few things also. Means whenever the eigenvalues of a matrix are distinct, that matrix is always diagonalizable, that we know. And whenever some of the eigenvalues are repeated, in that case we need to calculate the algebraic multiplicity and geometric multiplicity for the repeated eigenvalues. Okay, from that we can conclude whether the matrix is diagonalizable or not. Whenever the algebraic multiplicity and geometric multiplicity of each eigenvalue is equal, in that case that matrix, such a matrices are diagonalizable. So one example on distinct eigenvalues we have already done. Now we will see the examples where the eigenvalues are repeated. Okay. Now along with this, one more question we have: diagonalize the matrix A. So whenever you will have such a question, diagonalize the matrix, it means it will be a diagonalizable matrix. Just you need to calculate eigenvalues and eigenvectors, and from that you can determine the model matrix P and diagonal matrix D. Means whenever the question is diagonalize the matrix, you just have to just calculate the directly. Means you don't have to check diagonalizability of that matrix. So whenever it is a question that whether it is diagonal, in that case only you need to check the diagonalizability of the given matrix. Okay. In the second question you directly have to calculate the eigenvalues and eigenvectors. So this matrix is diagonalizable. Now first I will do the example number 1. First two examples I will do. These two I am going to leave for practice, and these two also for practice. Directly you calculate the eigenvalues and eigenvector, put model matrix and diagonal matrix. The first example, I have done the calculation for characteristic equation. Okay, we know for a 3 by 3 matrix, characteristic equation is given by this equation. Now if you calculate S1 we know it is 6 plus 3 plus 3 equal to 12, which is the sum of the sum of the diagonal entries, that is trace of the matrix. And S2 is the sum of the minors of the diagonal entries, that also I have calculated, which is equal to 36. And determinant of A also we know how to calculate, it is 32. You can check the calculations of these three. Okay. Now on using these values in equation 1, we will get the characteristic equation as lambda cube minus lambda 12 lambda square plus 36 lambda minus 32. Right. Now we are going to calculate the roots of this polynomial, that will give us the eigenvalues here. Eigenvalues of this matrix, that we write in the form of a set called as spectrum of A. It is 2, 2, 8. So there are 3 eigenvalues, out of which one eigenvalue 2 is repeated. It is repeated 2 times, right? So now whenever the eigenvalues are distinct, the matrix is diagonalizable. But when some eigenvalue is repeated, in that case we cannot say that the matrix is diagonalizable. So for that, in such a case, we determine the algebraic multiplicity and geometric multiplicity for each eigenvalue. Now, for the first eigenvalue lambda, which is repeated twice, algebraic multiplicity is 2, and algebraic multiplicity of lambda equal to 8 is 1. Now, geometric multiplicity for lambda equal to 2. The formula is n minus rank of A minus lambda I, where n is the number of unknowns, that is 3 here, minus rank of A minus 2i. So A minus 2i means subtract from matrix, given matrix A, 2i, that is the 2 times identity matrix. So after doing that, we'll get this matrix A minus 2i will be 4 minus 2, 2, minus 2, 1, minus 1, 2 minus 1, 1. Now For determining its rank, you can reduce it to echelon form. So by applying these two transformation, you can see that easily all the three rows are multiples of each other. Because of that, after performing the two transformation, R2 plus half times R1 and R3 minus half times R1, the last two row will become 0. And this will be echelon form. As it is the echelon form, from that we can determine the rank. Therefore, the rank of A minus 2i is 1 of this matrix. Now substitute that rank here in this formula. So we'll get the difference between the 3 and the rank is 2. And hence, geometric multiplicity of lambda equal to 2 is 2, which is equal to algebraic multiplicity. Now, for the second eigenvalue, it is repeated once. Actually, there is no need of determining geometric multiplicity. Whenever it is repeated once, then geometric multiplicity and algebraic multiplicity is equal to 1 only for that eigenvalue. Because one relation we have, geometric multiplicity of lambda is always less than equal to algebraic multiplicity of lambda. As algebraic multiplicity of lambda equal to 8 is 1, so geometric multiplicity will be less than equal to 1, and hence it is equal to 1. The number of eigenvectors cannot be 0, so it has to be equal to 1 only. So in that case, there is no need of calculating actually, but I have calculated for you. You can see that after putting lambda equal to 8, we'll get this matrix, and if you calculate the rank of that matrix, we'll get 2. Hence the difference between the rank and that number of unknowns will be 1. Hence geometric multiplicity is equal to 1. Okay. So whenever the eigenvalue is appeared only once, means if it is not repeated, then in that case algebraic multiplicity will be equal to geometric multiplicity. Directly you can write. Okay. And just for understanding purpose, I have solved it thoroughly. Fine. Now from this we have concluded that algebraic multiplicity equal to geometric multiplicity for each eigenvalue. For both the eigenvalues, lambda equal to 2 and lambda equal to 8, algebraic multiplicity equal to geometric multiplicity. Hence, the matrix A is diagonalizable. And as it is diagonalizable, we can determine their modal matrix P and diagonal matrix D. So for doing the calculation of a modal matrix P, we need to calculate the eigenvectors associated with each eigenvalue. Now for lambda equal to 2, again we consider this matrix equation for determining eigenvector. For lambda equal to 2, this matrix we have already calculated, right? And its rank is 1, so we'll get only one equation here because the rank of this matrix is 1. And that you can see that all the three rows will give us the same equation, that is 2x minus y plus z equal to 0. Okay. Now here the number of unknowns is 3 and rank is 1. So 3 minus 1 difference is 2. This r can be, you can call it as rank or the number of equations. Number of equations is 1 and 3 minus 1 difference is 2. So 2 variables are 3 variables. So for any 2 variable out of 3, we are going to assign different parameters. Okay. So if we get 2 equations, means if rank is 2, in that case 3 minus 2, one variable will be put as free variable. So here the difference is 2, hence 2 variables we are going to put free. We are going to assign some parameters. So first we'll assign to the last variable z equal to t, and then to the variable y we'll assign the parameter s. Okay. So we'll get from that x equal to s minus t by 2. Now after putting the value of x, y, z in capital X, we'll get capital X equal to s times half 1 0 plus t times minus half 0 1. Okay. Because two parameters are there, so one vector will be in the coefficient of x, s, and one vector will be in the coefficient of t. So in that way you'll get two vectors. These two are the vectors associated with lambda equal to 2. Now you can write them in this form. If you multiply this vector by 2, so here we will get 1, here 2, 0. So we can write it as 1, 2, 0. And if you multiply this by 2, we can write it as minus 1, 0, 2. Okay. So this will be the x1 and x2 eigenvectors corresponding to eigenvalue lambda equal to 2. You can write these two also, or you can write their multiples. Okay. Instead of writing in fraction form, I have written in the integer form. Okay, the vectors. Now for lambda equal to 8, definitely this matrix will have rank 2, or no, and number of equations will get 2, because we know that the difference is 1 because geometric multiplicity is 1, so we'll get only one vector here. Okay, so difference has to be 1. So after putting the value of lambda equal to 8, we'll get this matrix that we have already obtained, okay, in previous calculations. Now consider any two row. Definitely this matrix is going to give us two equations. So consider any two rows which gives us the distinct equations. If you consider any two rows out of three, first, third, first, second, we'll get two equations. Okay. So I have taken two rows, first and second. X plus first row will give us the equation x plus y minus z, and second row will give us the equation 2x plus 5y plus z equal to 0. Now, in such a case, when we have two equations in x, y, z, we apply Cramer's rule for calculating eigenvector. So by Cramer's rule, after doing this type of calculation, we have already done in the previous lecture also. By Cramer's rule, we'll get the finally the vector means this determinant will be equal to 6 minus 3 and 2. Okay, 6 minus 3 plus 3, and if you this which is a multiple of minus 2 1 1. If you divide this by 3, sorry, you'll get here plus 2, here minus 1, here plus 1, and that is nothing but your eigenvector of the eigenvalue lambda equal to 8. Now we have all the three eigenvalues and all the three eigenvectors. So from that we can write now finally the modal matrix P and diagonal matrix T. So modal matrix P, the vectors I have listed 1 2 0 minus 1 0 2, and the last vector 2 minus 1 1, and the corresponding eigenvalues are 2 2. For these two vectors eigenvalue is 2 2. Okay, and for this vector eigenvalue is 8. So in that order, whatever order you have written the matrix modal matrix P, in whatever order you have written the eigenvectors, in the similar order we write the eigenvalues. Okay. Now next example, as this matrix is a triangular matrix, so we can directly write its eigenvalues from diagonal entries, which is 2 2 2. So here the eigenvalue 2 is repeated 3 times. Okay. Here also we have the case of repeated eigenvalues. So we need to check its diagonalizability using the algebraic multiplicity and geometric multiplicity. As it is repeated 3 times, hence its algebraic multiplicity will be equal to 3. And geometric multiplicity, for geometric multiplicity we have formula n minus rank of a minus lambda I. Lambda is 2, right? So n is 3, rank of a minus 2i. Now consider the matrix A minus 2i. So if you subtract from this matrix 2 times identity matrix, you will get this matrix, which is directly in echelon form. Okay, you don't have to reduce it to echelon form for determining rank. It is already in echelon form, and the number of non-zero rows is 2. Hence the rank is 2. Correct? So rank is 2, means the difference will be 3 minus 2, that is 1. Hence the geometric multiplicity is 1, which is not equal to the algebraic multiplicity of 2. Okay. And this matrix is having only one eigenvalue 2, which is repeated 3 times, and for that eigenvalue algebraic multiplicity is not equal to geometric multiplicity. Hence the conclusion will be the matrix A is not diagonalizable. Okay, and as it is not diagonalizable, there is no need of determining modal matrix and diagonal matrix. Okay, so in that way you can check the diagonalizability of a matrix using algebraic multiplicity and geometric multiplicity. Now few problems I am going to do for you for practice. Problem number 3, problem number 2, you try to do at your own, and the next two are diagonalizable matrices. You just have to diagonalize them, means you don't have to, in this case you don't have to calculate geometric multiplicity, algebraic multiplicity. Simply you calculate eigenvalues, eigenvector corresponding to each eigenvalue, and write the modal matrix P and diagonal matrix T. Okay, so hope you have understood this discussion, and previous lecture is also of diagonalizability. From these two lectures, hope you understand how to do the diagonalization of a matrix, how to check the diagonalizability of the matrix, and once it is diagonalizable, how to determine the modal matrix P and diagonal matrix D. Okay, all these things you have understood. Let us consider that, and if you have any kind of doubt, then you can definitely write your doubts in comment box. Okay, so that's it from this lecture. Thank you.